take it from me. People who are good at things aren't good at explaining them. Are you tired of skateboarding tutorials who sound like that?
I turn it, I shifty it in.
Then this series is for you. I can show you how to do tricks because I suck just like you. Hey, I'm Radical Gnarly and this is Tricks for People Who Suck. Today we do the Ollie. The Ollie is the most essential trick in modern skateboarding. Learning it turns you into a skater. You can do them fast like Fabiana, over a fire hydrant like Una Farrar, or just over a little box like me. Ollying is jumping with your board. The basic mechanics are a pop of the tail, and then with a mix of centripetal force and friction, the board gets dragged up and leveled out before you land, giving the impression that it's stuck to your feet. Now I'm going to show you 3 main steps to learn the ollie, and for all of those you can practice on flat, on the grass, or even holding on to something. Foot placement looks like this, with your back foot near the edge of the tail. You really want to be able to push off the ball of your foot, and your front foot is right below the front bolts. So the first step, and the first thing you're going to have to get used to doing, is raising that front leg. So for now we're just going to practice this movement a couple of times, because lifting that front leg up is essential to learning the ollie and is often a problem for beginners. The point of this is to do it on the board. So try it out. It'll look like this. You just go on your tail and then drop back down. This is the first part of the pop, which is the first part of the ollie, which gets you off the ground. The pop is now what we're going to try to master in this second step, which looks like this. So you raise your leg high, but you jump with your foot. So it's a fast motion of lifting and jumping off the second foot. You're just doing what you did earlier, faster. So keep practicing this step until you really feel that you're popping off the ground, that you're bouncing off your tail and popping off the ground. The trick here is to lift that front leg up quickly and jumping. You shouldn't try to move on to step 3 until you're popping consistently. Take the time you need. Once you get this, you're basically ollieing. Now with the first 2 steps, you learn to pop. So lifting up that front foot, which makes you come off the ground. Now we're going to work on leveling out the board and lifting that back foot right after the front foot in quick succession. So practicing it off board looks like this. You're jumping but raising your front foot first and then your back foot. Ollieing is exactly this motion but on a skateboard, and you have to hit a certain rhythm to have that pop and then the drag to bring the board up. This final step should help you learn how to properly ollie, that is by popping, then dragging up the board and lifting your back foot as well. You can also see here that I'm kind of jumping forward toward where my board would roll. This helps keep the feet on the board and the board stuck to your feet. If at any time during these 3 steps you feel like something's not working, just go back to the previous step and work on that. I also want to remind everyone how much of a process it is to learn ollie. It's a hard trick to learn. It's the base for everything in skateboarding, but it's still a complex movement that you need to spend time doing. It's cool to listen to a funny tutorial like this, but really the only way to learn it is by repeating and repeating, like anything in life. So these were my basic 3 steps to learn how to ollie. If you've mastered all of them, you can ollie properly on flat, and you now be ready to practice them rolling. Now the steps I've laid out previously can still be used while rolling, especially the last 2 steps. So once again, start out small and practice just popping, and then practice popping and dragging the board up to do a proper ollie. Your balance on a rolling board will be different than on a stationary one, so this step will also be long to master, probably as long as the time you took to learn how to ollie on flat. So don't give up, just keep going. It will absolutely be worth it. You have no idea how much fun you'll have once you know how to ollie. Now to keep progressing after you've mastered this, you can add some difficulty elements, like going over a crack, for example. Now you'd be ready for a technique we scientifically call Littlewood. Just grab a little piece of wood, then try to pop over it. Then you can upgrade to the medium wood technique and do the same. Like I've said previously, there's much fun to be had once you've learned the ollie. Keep having fun with these, keep upping the difficulty level, go over a sidewalk, that's another challenge. Then you can even do a board ollieing contest with your friends. How high can you ollie? I think I can do 4 boards high.